With the lead up to Marvel Zombies, Marvel Studios has had to admit that they really screwed up with Blade, because Marvel Zombies Blade was supposed to come years after the film. And when they realized the film wasn't gonna happen, they realized it was too late to change anything, so they had to stick to the plan for 4 years. So I think most of you are aware of Marvel Zombies, the upcoming animated R-rated project from Marvel Television and Marvel Studios, which of course is Marvel Studios' take on the Marvel Zombies concept, which dates back to the mid-2000s and a whole comic book series that really took off and became like a whole universe within itself. But what's interesting about this is something new we just learned. So this comes at us from an interview that was done with Comic Book from the people that are working on Marvel's What If. And of course, this What If tale, Marvel Zombies. So they were specifically talking to the showrunner, who said that one of the major problems and hurdles that they hit, and essentially a wall that they hit, was the fact that when they started development of this, and we're talking about well over 4 years ago at this point, that the intent was to use Blade after his film came out. So people were used to the character, and then once people saw who the character was and what he was doing, that they could then watch What If and see what exactly could Blade be like had a specific other story, an element of his story completely changed his trajectory. Thus admitting that for the last 4 years, they've constantly screwed up by not managing to put out this film on time. And remember, this film had 2 false starts with 2 different directors, and multiple directors and actors so far have joined and left the project, leaving Blade in whatever state it's in now, apparently coming out in 2 years? Sure, I'll believe that when I see it. It's kind of interesting that they literally talk about how they were too late to try to pivot because Blade was so far along and Mahershala Ali already did all his stuff that they were just like, well, we can't redo all this. We spent years working on this, so what are we going to do? And then the call came from the top, you got to keep it. Like, what else can you do? This just shows you how incompetent Marvel is with this character. You know, like, again, they just keep saying, well, we can't have Blade just killing vampires. Why? That's what he does in the comics. Sometimes the character needs to be exactly what he's supposed to be. You know, like Deadpool. The character is exactly what he needs to be, nothing more. Especially when you go back to Deadpool 1. I really think that Marvel Studios screwed up really hard on Blade so many times that their incompetence is showing in other elements of the MCU now, and this being like the prime example for now. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.